Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Friday I had like the worst day fucking imaginable. My father called the super to fix our freezer, the ice maker, and the super ended up shutting the breaker off, because we live in an apartment, and it shut off all the electronics. The electricity went off, he turned it back on, the router went off, the modem went off, it never came back on, the router. So I have to get a new router tomorrow. Or today, I should say. It's no biggie. I've been asking people on Facebook to help me out. Joe10, they gave me some good suggestions. So I'm probably going to spend like 35. Would like to get a really expensive one, but I'm not sure. Maybe one for 60. We'll see. But that's what this video is about. Probably uploaded later today. On the... What day are we at? 8th day of anime my true love gave to me. Diane, a gravity rock crusher. Unohana versus Kenpachi. 60-meter Titan body press. The moon is falling on Earth. Squid. People, what the fuck? The chief is an android. Levy is buzz sawing the female Titan. And Katara-san's first 10 minutes. That, by the way, was out of line, out of order, but you get the gist. Day 8 of the 12 days of anime. You notice I said Diane. 7 deadly sins. I know some people were wondering, am I going to drop it in? Well, here you wonder not. Yes, I am dropping in 7 deadly sins. Like I said, this will be uploaded later tonight. Probably when it comes back when I get in the water. A specific chapter is chapter 49. This chapter was just chock full of Diane moments. But most importantly, Diane against Hellbrand and what she did in this chapter. And I could have went with any moment in the sins, to be honest with you guys. I could have went with, I'm trying to think. I could have went with the moment where, Meldas, he does that thing against that, whatchamacallit, which I believe was the mountain, but it really wasn't a mountain, it was like a really big hill. I could have gone with a bunch of other moments, but this moment stood out for me because it was so goddamn insane. Essentially, this was probably, by my knowledge, this was Diane using her treasure weapon, and it was hacks as all hell. I mean, the most specific moment I'm going with here is the moment when she slammed that hammer onto the ground, just boom, and all the earth beneath her feet just freaking just rose and just went in the air. And then all of a sudden, you see this rock in the air. And we see Hellbrand look it up. And I was like, holy shit, that was sick. Possibly the most ridiculous scenes in the chapter was that moment. And then basically the rock just comes flying down. It was sick. That was sick. In the whole premise, why I say gravity rock crusher, is because she destroyed the rock beneath her. And, sense of gravity. I went up. And I came down. Crush her. And it was a moment that, came right after they almost lost. And Meliodas almost got captured by Hellbram. So that even improves the moment. Makes it even more tremendous when you think about it. Well, this was all hacks as all hell. I mean, you see it on the page. Now, the thumbnail is probably going to be me with... This is probably going to be The Rock. I'm not going to be able to put below it. Because the original thumbnail I had for the chapter review of this chapter was just an explosion, just the rock coming down. And this time around, I want to try to pull off, but it's really hard because of the dimensions of the panel. But anyway, that's beside the point. You look on that panel where you just see the rock, and below it, it's just like this emptiness, this empty crater. It was just, it mind-boggled me, just completely. And this was like, I think, on this kind of scale, I think this was the first time that I've seen this kind of destruction to this extent. I mean, I've seen other parts of destructions happening in Seven Deadly Sins, but this was on just another level, just a completely another level. And it totally threw me off just threw me off. It was just like, damn, holy shit. And I essentially thought Hellbram was dead. That movie was like, yo, Hellbram's dead. Yo, Diane just flattened him like a pancake. Obviously, anyone who's read the chapter of this would know that didn't happen. Essentially. But it was a crazy moment. It was a really ridiculous moment. And it threw me for a loop, man. I was like, damn. But yeah, and the thing about it was, this was like, besides King, the second Seven Deadly Sin who had a weapon, who was using it. And Diane's weapon is so hacks. I mean, all she did was took the hammer and slammed and hammered it down onto the ground. And that alone created this explosion and this power surge that created that boulder in the sky. And I'm not going to say it was on a Madara thing. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. Because Madara brought out meteors from the sky. Here, she just created... Basically what she did, essentially what happened was the explosion of her hitting the ground with just taking the hammer and go bang onto the ground forced the earth to actually just fly into the sky and form this huge... I'm not gonna say it's a meteor, but that shit looked like a small island. I'm not joking around. That was a pretty massive landmass that she had up there, and it was just so crazy. I was like, holy shit! It was so crazy, and it blew my mind when I first saw it. I was like, you've got to be shitting me. You have seriously got to be shitting me. But it was a great moment for Seven Deadly Sins. It made me realize that this series is going to have a lot of moments like that. And it just threw me off for a loop, And it really just, set the stage, I think, for what is to come later in the series of how powerful the Seven Deadly Sins could be when they have these weapons. Diane was a perfect example of this. I mean, if Diane could do this with her hammer, what is King... I mean, not King. What is Bon And God forbid Melodos's ability going to be like when they get their weapons. Like, I can't fathom it. He's two hacks. Two hacks. Two hacks. Two hacks. Two hacks. For me to comprehend. But yeah, you know, it's just a moment that I was just like, what just happened? You know, it was just one of those moments. Now, I'm gonna end the video here with that. I'm just crazy moment, man. It was just Diane was so beastly that moment. Just a little update. Now I told you about the router bullshit. There is going to be no One Piece episode review because it's filler. I want to end this video on this note. There's a lot of shit I have to review. Now, I'm doing this now, so this is going to be done, and I'll just have to upload it, and that's it. So that's good. That's the good news. I couldn't upload, and this is just a little tidbit, I'm just going to state a little update here. Couldn't upload the Capillion review, so I'm going to upload that later today as well, along with this. There's probably only 5 videos I have to do. A Kamiga Q chapter review, Kenichi, Strike the Blood, Freezing, and Yusha. By the way, Yusha, Anstra, and Freezing are on final episodes. So when that comes about, yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Bonkai Night 22, Diane, that hammer. Yo, that was like some gravity shit. Just gravity. Fucking that thing was massive. That thing was massive that she created. Earth and gravity in one chapter. That just blew me away. Blew me away. So yeah, that's pretty much the story, people. Bonkai Night 22. See you guys later. My internet will be back. It's not gonna take that long. I got the unboxing done. I recorded it. Of something I bought. You guys wait for it. It's probably gonna happen during this weekend. Once I get the router. I hate my internet. I hate that I get crappy routers. They suck. You know? But yeah, that's the story, people. Bonkai Night 22. I'll see you guys later. Peace.